My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Throwing Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Olave. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Jones. He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Kamara. Given 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a sneak with Jones. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Preston Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Jones throwing to start the drive. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 2nd down and 3. Kamara up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and takeoffs.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Bryan Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another. Wipe it away.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Let's go now.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Jones on first down. The pass caught by Olave. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Freddie Swain. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Buying time to his left. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Will Lutz, the kickoff 41.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Rolling to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw, Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Prescott.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that's complete to Swain.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Again, this is Kamara. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jones keeps it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Saints are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Cowboys nothing. Will Lutz to kick off 41.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread.
And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's go.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A busy night continues for Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On third down, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Cowboys make over first down at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look?
There he goes, right side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flagged from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door.
Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad at Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sit that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way.